nakupenda.
Babangu, nami nakupenda.
Basi nisikie nitayokwambia, uyazingatie.
Baba niambie, nami tasikia, yote akilini tatia.
Jue Mola wako,
sawa baba,
na mtume wako,
sawa baba,
na ibada zako,
sawa baba,
stiri mwili wako.
sawa baba.
Mwanangu, mimi nakupenda. Mwanangu, mimi nakupenda.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Karibuni Katoro Islamic Seminar. Leo ikiwa ni siku ya Eid ya pili, tunajiandaa kwa ajili ya kushereheka. Tutaweza kuona mengi ambayo vijana wetu wametuandalia. Katoro Islamic Seminar ni kitovu cha vipaji, kitovu cha elimu, kitovu cha dini. Wazazi mnashauriwa na mnakaribishwa Katoro Islamic Seminar. Ni mengi ambayo mtaweza kujivunia ikiwa mtaweta watoto wenu katika maeneo ya Katoro Islamic Seminar. Moja ikiwa ni kupata elimu ya sekula, lakini bado mtoto ataweza kujua Uislamu wake na kutoka akiwa ni kiongozi bora katika kaumu ya Waislamu. Karibuni sana. Upande huu ni upande wa madarasa. Kama unavyoona, tumejizatiti katika kutengeneza miundombinu ambayo ina ubora kwa ajili ya kumpatia mwanao elimu inayostahiki. Bila kusema mengi, tunawapeleka katika uwanja wa sherehe ya siku ya leo, muweze kuona mengi na kufurahia watoto wenu. Asalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi.
Ambapo kila mmoja katika sisi, naamini kwa wale ambao wametekeleza hili ya leo, basi wametekeleza vile ambavyo kwa kiasi amejalia, ametuwezesha sisi ili kuweza kuendeleza mashindano haya. Vile tunashukuru wote nyinyi ambao tuko wote kwa pamoja msikitini, tuko shuleni wote kwa pamoja, mbali na kwamba baadhi ya wenzetu ambao hawapo, lakini sisi sote ambao tuko hapa msikitini, naamini tunahitajika tusikilize kile ambacho kifanyaje kitasikilizwa. Lakini vile tuwashukuru waliotuandalia chakula, tunawashukuru. Wasazazidi tunakuhitaji. Wasazazidi. Asalamu alaykum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, kabla ya kuingia katika hii program, nimshukuru Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ambaye ametuwezesha akatunuku ya Eid na watu tukasherehekea vizuri, na nahisi kila mmoja amefurahi, au sio? Sasa taja mtu na kidato chake. Kuna Khalifa Hussein kidato cha 3, kuna Samiri Athmani kidato cha 4, kuna Sadaki Ismail kidato cha 4, kuna Karama Samiu kidato cha 4, kuna Nandi Juma kidato cha 3, kuna Hamida Hussein kwa upande wa binti kidato cha 3, Adinani Rashidi alikuwepo lakini akaondoka, sio bwana. Ashafika. Na wengine kama hapa kina Abdulkarim nani yule wakachaje wale. Na Samiu nani yule? Mbona kuna milongo hivi?
Ndio pia. Sasa nasema hivi, baada ya hapo ila kwa ajili ya imamu sio kutoka
kama hiyo.
Kipaza sauti yako na kupitia.
Okay, ukifika hapo kwanza unafanya istiaadha na bismillah, alafu baadaye tunakuwa
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
وأنا لمسنا السماء فوجدناها ملئت حرسا شديدا وشهبا
وأنا لمسنا السماء فوجدناها ملئت حرسا شديدا وشهبا وأنا لا ندري أشر يريد بمن في الأرض أم أراد بهم ربهم رشدا
بل تحبون العاجلة
كلا بل تحبون العاجلة وتذرون الآخرة وجوه يومئذ ناظرة إلى ربها ناظرة ووجوه يومئذ باسرة تظن أن يفعل بها لم يكن شيئا مذكورا أأمنتم من في السماء أن يخسف بكم الأرض فإذا هي تمور أم أمنتم من في السماء أن يرسل عليكم حاصبا فستعلمون كيف نذير ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير
استعذ بالله
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
لا يأكله إلا الخاطئون
لا يأكله إلا الخاطئون فلا أقسم بما تبصرون وما لا تبصرون إنه لقول رسول كريم رب العالمين ولو تقول علينا بعض الأقاويل لأخذنا منه باليمين ثم لقطعنا منه الوتين فما منكم من أحد عنه حاجز وإنه لحق اليقين فسبح باسم ربك العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سأل سائل بعذاب واقع للكافرين ليس له دافع من الله ذي المعارج تعرج الملائكة والروح إليه في يوم كان مقداره 50,000 سنة فاصبر صبرا جميلا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inna alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa sayyiati a'malina man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I would like to use this opportunity to welcome everybody who has come here today. Today is our second celebration of Eid-El-Fitr since yesterday. And among the programs which you have put forward to please today, it is a debating competition, of which the journey has come very far since when we started to make screening competitions until we are coming today on the final match. As you can see in front of you, we have all the brilliant guys, all of us who have come to represent you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this side we have the proposer side, then on my right hand side we have got the proposers. I will not use much time here because we have the master of the ground today, the chairperson. I believe she will do her job. Mine was to put up a lot of introduction. Our motion is understood by those who are coming to debate. What I beg from everybody, since it is an academic arena, pay attention, make sure that you listen, you imitate from the styles they are using, the language they are using, but also get education on the matters which is going to be looked upon today. I welcome the chairperson to proceed.
We shall start with the proposer's side. Who will support the motion? Also, the negator's side will go against the motion. Also, okay, we can start with the first proposer. Hi, welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I thank you, the chairperson, your secretaries, timekeeper, the judges, the two competitive sides plus the house at large. My name is Nasmin Hassan. Today's debate, the motion states that the universe is at risk if we depend on spiritual education. Spiritual education is the education from God, the Creator, through different people, after it has been interpreted by Prophet Muhammad who was appointed by God to represent him on this world, as far as Ummat Muhammad is concerned. This can be proved in Surah An-Najm, whereby he says that He doesn't speak from nowhere, but from God. Also, I oppose this motion and I support that the universe is at high risk if it depends on spiritual education because of my following views. My first view states that spiritual education causes death due to submission. Like how? We can get an instance. Take for instance, there once occurred an instance in Uganda whereby there occurred a fire accident in one of the churches, but their leader, Kibwetele, emphasized the people to be submissive to their God. They found themselves being so submissive to God, and they found themselves dying from the church because they believed that God will come to save them from that fire. My second view says that spiritual education is a source of classes among societies. As we can see that preachers, they give us spiritual education, but you can find that some leaders, they are getting education. You find one of the sheikhs is following a different imam. You find that one is following the words of Imam Shafi, others they are following words of Imam Malik, others they are following the words of Imam Abu Hanifa. That causes confusion among people. People are confused. So everyone will follow the words which will be given by his or her preacher. As far as the preacher gives that education, that's how he or she will take it. We can also see some of the classes. Islam is one religion, but we see that some of them, they celebrated their Eid yesterday. Others, they are celebrating their Eid today. But it is only one religion, Islam. My third view is, it is against human rights. As we can see that people should be given their rights. For example, you see that people, the spiritual education gives freedom of torture, whereby you find that a person commits a single crime, just a small crime. Take for instance, in Surah An-Nur, verse 4, it emphasizes that backbiters, just backbiting, you are paid 80 strokes on spot. Also, prostitution. They say that prostitution the prostitute is turned to death, which is not humanity. That is not humanity. People should be given their rights and should not be tortured. My fourth view states that it causes spiritual education emphasizes discrimination. Discrimination. It emphasizes discrimination to women. This is when the spiritual teaching said that, according to Islam, it is said that women are not allowed to lead in prayer. Why are women not allowed to lead in prayer? They are also having a right, because also them they are human beings, and they should have the right to lead in prayer. Also, the spiritual education say that women are not allowed to marry. As far as I see that, as far as I see, even if the relative who has died is your close relative, you should also participate in burying because it's your relative. But why are women not allowed to participate in burying? That means that they are discriminated. My fifth view says that it causes spiritual education emphasizes laziness. This is whereby it is said that, according to Islam, they are saying that the rich should help the poor. The poor, they are staying, not working. They are saying that even if I don't work, there is zakah given to those who are poor. There is sadaqah given to those who are poor. That means allow.
From the current speaker, you have said that women are
discriminated, that they are not given a chance to go and bury their close relatives. And why do you think so? Why do you think they are discriminated not to do that?
I think so, because it is a must for also women to bury. But why are women not given that chance to bury?
The reason is women are too weak. A lady cannot stand there to lead Tarawih prayers. You see, that a imam is there leading Tarawih prayers, some are slumbering this side. Even it's the same, if someone dies, when it's the time for burying, women's hearts are too weak that she might cry. And you know, crying is one of the things that makes the person an unbeliever. It was stated in the hadith.
What you mean that, for instance, a boy loses a close relative, take for instance a parent. Take for instance a parent. Will he not cry? He will just enjoy.
Point of defense. Allowed.
You see, a parent can cry, but ladies are too weak that they can cry loudly. They are the graveyard, but that makes them non-believers. Even that hadith is there. Among the things that make people non-believers, that one. Cry for a person who has died with a high voice. Women are those ladies are very weak. They have big hearts.
Also ladies can be strong. Not that every lady can just cry. He or she might cry that time that is feeling pain for losing a relative, but can be strong in order just for the... Thank you, Chairperson. Your secretaries, thank you for your
Thanks for the fasting proposal. Hope everyone and the committee present here has seen what has happened. So try to act like as she has done. Okay, without wasting time, let's welcome the fasting opposer.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Cleanliness is well emphasized. That they say, Al-Islam Nadif, that Islam is cleanliness, even in those science subjects, for example, biology, that circumcision is one of the ways to avoid diseases. But also in spiritual education, cleanliness is emphasized, and circumcision is among of the ways to be clean. My sixth view is it reduces the high rate of poverty in the community. Why? It's because in spiritual education, profits are prohibited, which is called the riba. That someone might go in the bank, he or she borrows an amount of money, but they put for her that if you have borrowed 1 million, you should return 2 million. If not, your property will be taken away. But I fail to return that 2 million, they'll come, they take my property. What next? I'll become a beggar, start begging, whereby people start calling me a beggar, and that one will lead to poverty. But in spiritual education, most especially Islam, profits are prohibited. My seventh view is about it reduces the high rate of diseases. Take for example, swine has been prohibited, which is the meat from a swine, which is pork, has been prohibited in Islam. But remember, it has too much fats and oils. That if a human being depends on it, at the end of the day, you end up suffering from diseases like obesity. Is one of the diseases in that animal there. That if someone depends on eating on that, he or she may end up suffering from obesity. My eighth view
Thank you, Chairperson. I would like to inquire from the current speaker that she has said that spiritual education emphasizes cleanliness. Do you think that if you don't get that spiritual education, take for instance in environmental education which we get, we are taught proper ways of management and conservation of our environment. So by just doing circumcision, does it mean that you are clean?
No, most especially personal hygiene. We consider personal hygiene must find the environment can be clean. But remember, we are talking about religion, considering about personal hygiene. You cannot go in prayers when your body is very dirty.
But in environmental education, we are taught personal hygiene, and they teach us personal hygiene from the head to the bottom. They teach us combing our hair, brushing our teeth, bathing regularly. What can we say?
But it is got from the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We must maintain cleanliness. God is taught, but it is broke. Remember, we are the ummah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are following his teachings. Then that is a teaching from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They are not today. They are not even direct. They are following that hadith that circumcision is a mark of the ways to keep yourself clean. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, thank you for your participation. I've liked your participation, sure. But when you are arguing against each other, make sure that you use polite language. Okay, without wasting time, let's welcome the second proposer. Hi, welcome.
Is why Allah said that in Surah Al-A'raf, is that in جربنا جهنم كثيرا من الجن والإنس لهم قلوب لا يفقهون بها ولهم الأعين ولهم آذان لا يسمعون بها ولهم أعين لا يبصرون بها أولئك كالأنعام. That you create us, Allah said, I created human being plus jinn to believe on God, and created the hill for those who have the heart but they don't understood. They have eyes, they don't see, but they have ears, they don't hear. My second view is spiritual education that are provided. It encourages specialization. For example, just a certain woman, a certain Muslim woman, he will be
Just before that, try to follow the rules which I have told you. You're missing some.
A certain Muslim woman, he built the masjid. After building the masjid, he led the salah. Why? It's addressing from our God. It's why Allah says in Surah Al-Nisa, that men are the leaders of women. This review is when getting spiritual education.
You have said that there is only two religions, but according to the meaning of religion, it is the form or it is a system of religion which a human being follows. There is Freemason. It's also a religion, but also those Indians, they have their own religion. What about those religion? But I would also like to correct you. You say that there is a woman. He builds. What is that?
Thank you for your patience. My fellow sister, for me, I expect that
Okay, thanks for your participation. And audience, please maintain the order. We can continue with the second proposal. High voice class.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. Thank you, as I'm standing here, I'm going to propose the motion which states that the universe at least depends on spiritual education. The motion is 100% not going to close. I beg your concentration, please. My name is Wafanya, I'm a student of Katoro Islamic, Senior 4. I'm here to propose the motion stated by the current speakers by my following views. My first view is that through secular education, first of all, I would just like to talk on the weakness of the spiritual education. First of all, in the spiritual education, we do have something called revenge. Spiritual education emphasizes or encourages revenge, whereby it encourages insecurity in the society.
through revenge, people can die and so on. This is stated in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 191 to 195. My second view is that spiritual education emphasizes spiritual education. Spiritual education, it emphasizes equality. Spiritual education, it prevents equality in the society. When I talk about equality, I want to talk on the verse Ar-Rijal Qawwamuna 'ala an-Nisa. Ar-Rijal Qawwamuna 'ala an-Nisa, it destroys the equality between men and women, whereby in the world that is known that all human beings are equal. And therefore, all of us, we should have equal rights and principles to follow, as far as all of us, we are human beings created by one God. My next point is that spiritual education, it can cause malnutrition. When I talk about malnutrition, I want just to talk about these Buddhas. They prevent people from eating cows. You see, as far as cows are their god. You see, through that, as we know that in the meat of a cow, you get some nutrients over there, such as protein. You see, so when you prevent a person eating meat, it means that you are preventing him, or you can lead him to get some diseases like kwashiorkor and so on. Therefore, spiritual education can cause malnutrition. My next point is that spiritual education, it encourages conflicts. It encourages conflict among people, especially in families. As far as people are allowed, or men are allowed to marry more than one wife. When you marry more than one wife, out of the women's desire, it means that you can just lead a woman or the marriage to divorce. You see, another one is that spiritual education can cause or leads high population, overpopulation. Same difference on the plural marriage. When you marry more than one wife, it means that you are going to cause overpopulation society. As far as you can even give birth to over like 20 children, 30, even 100 children. My next point is that it kills the traditions and customs of the society. As far as people are stopped from carvings and drawing human figures and other figures which are nature. For example, we Muslims, we are not allowed to wear clothes drawn the picture of a living thing. Is it? Yeah. Through that, it destroys the traditions and customs of people. My next point is that spiritual education may cause poverty. Through giving charity, a person can be poor. And this one, I refer in the population of animals. The population of animals, when a person 76 Surah Al-Baqarah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson, for giving me this opportunity. You have said that the population of animals lead to poverty. How?
I mean that when you slaughter animals, you have 10 goats. When you slaughter one animal, giving as a sadaqah before Eid, you see, it can cause the population. Even if people slaughter animals, camels, sheep, goats have been slaughtered.
I want to ask you that. Yesterday here was slaughtered a cow. Why did you refuse to eat in order to increase the population which was decreased?
It has already been slaughtered. That's why I ate.
Why did you refuse to eat and say this one, it decreases animals? So, and go and advise even other people who are slaughtering animals.
If I could be given a chance to go and advise them, I could go. But the problem is that the cow, it has already been slaughtered. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. My next point is that...
Wait, Chair. You have said that the point said that it brings inequality. Yet in Islam, women have been given the high priority. They are saying that women are the mothers of the nation. You are saying that it brings in gender equality between man and woman. How?
Is it in Islam, or are the women struggling through sexual education, struggling to them that we are supposed to be equal? Is it in Islam? As you have said that,
even in Islam said that we have maintained you in order to protect other living things that was given to man. Man is not only a woman; it's considered even a man. A man is a woman.
1 minute.
You make or you ask.
I just want to explain it. It's like this. The current speaker from Oposa said that women are not given the chance to conduct prayers, and women are not supposed to be leaders. Isn't it?
The audience may maintain the service. As we are still on our journey, it's not bad. Mashallah, what you have done. We may continue with the study opposite. With the study opposite.
That's fantastic. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before I introduce myself, I would like first to thank the chairperson, secretaries, two conflicting sides, plus the majority, who you have left your activities which you wanted to conduct to come and watch at me. What am I going to do? Thank you so much. My name is Eid-El-Fitr. I'm from Eid. I'm here to oppose the motion which states that the universe is at risk if it depends on spiritual education. I oppose it because of my foreign beliefs. My first view says that it acts as medicine to untreatable diseases by man-made medicine. For example, those who are disturbed by devils and demons. I would like to advise you your best medicine. It is some surahs which are like the medicines, and once you use them, you will see the wonders. Examples of those surahs is Surah to Nas, Ikhlas, and Surah to Farah, but without reading the Ayatul Kursi. My second view states that it helps people to plan their activities. Some people say that in 8 years to come, when I reach 99 years, I would try to build a big house or to become a billionaire. But according to the hadith of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that in his majority, most of the people will live from 40 to 70 years. And when you look at the people from 71 above, are very few compared to the people below 40 years. And when you look at the rate of death, the people who die from the people below 40 years who die are few compared to those from 40 to 70 years. My third view states that it judges crimes which may cause harm. Example, drunkenness. When a person drinks, he or she may cause accidents. For example, when you look for the rates of road accidents are caused mostly by the drivers who are drunk. And according to Surah An-Nur, they say that once a person drinks for the first time, he or she receives 40 strokes at the spot. When he or she repeats, he or she receives 80 strokes at the spot. But when he or she continues, he or she is no longer a Muslim because she or he is Mr. Nebatul. My first view says that it eradicates poverty through emphasizing competition. When, for example, here, some people yesterday were competing on Quran reciting. You find someone who was competing here, though I'm not quite sure, he or she has not been sent for, she does not have the pocket money. But because of competing, when he or she wins, he or she will receive the cash. And it will also save her in her studies and the long journey to reach to July. Thank you for listening to me. more friendship, and love for each other.
Thank you, the chairperson, for granting me this opportunity. I would like to ask the free current speaker. She has said that spiritual education gives judgment for various crimes. She has mentioned, for example, drunkards, that is caned 40 strokes. Youth, and after, if continues, you have said, is caned 80 strokes. And then, after, is no longer Muslim. What you mean that just mere drinking can cause a person to be caned 40 strokes up to 80 strokes, mere drinking? Isn't that violation of human rights?
That is its violation, because when a person drinks, he or she, then it is like he or she becomes crazy. I saw a picture, I don't think it's true. There was a man and woman that drank. It was a slave joke, but for them they are saying that it is a miracle. So there, I really can't see. Even a person when he's drunk can come just beating you from nowhere. Even if you don't know the person, just to meet him or her on the way, he or she straps you, she claims even she don't for you stone. So by beating him or her 40 strokes, it will educate her that drunkard is bad, and he or she may stop or she may continue.
We are seeing that those punishments are there, right? But people are caned and are violated. But why are there millions and millions of drunkards on the street?
Nowadays, people are no longer caned.
That means that spiritual education is of no use.
It is not that it's of no use.
Because they have put laws and they are not following them. They are no longer caned. But the spiritual education emphasizes that drunkards should be caned. But now people no longer follow them. That means that even if they are not there, it is of no use.
Because
your presentation is good. I think others can go from what we have done. So let's call upon the following proposal. Your high welcome. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa I'm here in front of you to propose a motion which states that the universe is at high risk when we depend on spiritual education. I propose the motion by the following views. My first view is it leads to economic stagnation. Some people do not engage themselves on some activities which could boost them under an umbrella of spiritual education. Take for instance those Sarafi people. They discourage even to teach or to study environmental education. They teach and they study only spiritual education. My second point is it's clear the way to embezzlement. That is like how it has no good way of recording, collecting, and spend a contribution. It depends on one's impartiality. It depends on one's impartiality and priority. If a person does not have impartiality or priority, he or she would depend the contribution on his or her needs. My third point is it discourages the creativity and innovation. Like how most of religion, for example, Islamic religion, they are nothing themselves. It does not give a chance for a person to create his or her things, for instance, on the issue of punishment.
a person is not allowed to decrease or to add punishment. For example, thief. It does not matter what he or she stolen. Punishment is to cut off his or her hand. My fourth point, it's bring gender imbalance. Like how? When referred to Surah Al-Ahzab, verse number 33, women are encouraged to stay to their homes to maintain good morals. That means that men, they can't. And also, when you come on the issues of wealth inheritance. On the issue of wealth inheritance, men or boys, they give high portion than girls or women. Thank you, Mr. Well.
Your work is so good. So I'm graduating time and welcome the fourth award.
Debate hard. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm fully known as Wanafunzi, kutoka date ya Katoro Islamic Seminary. As the party current speaker has already explained the Super Eid-El-Fitr tournament, which has been stated by the main debaters who are coming. So I'm going to repeat it. The motion it is 100% wrong because of my foreign use of arguments. My part and part, it prevents people from hypocrites. As testified from Surah Al-Nafkul, they first believe and then they disbelieve because they have their sin. Allah meant like how those people who were there, they have at the regime of Prophet Muhammad, there was a reader even of hypocrites. How do you see the one it has been destroyed, even does not believe in the religious faith? There will be a leader of those hypocrites who was called Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul. He was the leader. That man was so hypocrite. Even he could break people's marriage, and which leads to divorce and leads to hatred among people. In addition to that, it teaches good morals. These people who believe in religious faith, it educates how children are supposed to be cared about from the family. For me, at my family, I was cared to speak well, to wear style clothes which does not show your body. Like those who say that it discriminates people from their rights, that they wear clothes of fashion. There's a system called, there's a program on TV called Fashion Show. You see girls who don't have education about faith, they wear short clothes, they wear, I don't know, the clothes called kundi shop. It puts you out of your stomach, out, shows your parts, and which leads to zina. When it's the answer that when I talk about zina, don't be near zina. When I go there, for example, I'm a man, I start watching at you, exposing your body parts. I can do what I can be attracted to your body. Even I can start to say, I want that one today, tomorrow I want that one, which helps to diseases in the society. On supplement of that, it is the main source of education. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says like this, if you find education, I will add you more education. He meant like how? He did not say that fall out such education, but Allah, the way His merciless, His merciful to all people. Even though you fall out such education, even though you fall out to religious education, He adds you more. Even you gain more. Like some people over here, they don't know how to read the Quran because they don't know how to read the Quran. But if you look in those outside the countries in America, now they've started educating their children to learn Quran and to know how to study the Quran. Because if you learn Quran, it's the main source of understanding. People who know how to study the Quran, they claim it, they know its usage, proper storage. They know how to use it. They can be understanding easily. Like there in America, the woman who educated her son, the whole Quran in his head. That boy, they say that he can create 1,000 words within 1 minute. You know how Quran is very powerful. Takbir. On supplement of that, it prevents people from revenge. It prevents people from revenge. They say like this. When for example, in Christianity, they say when a person comes and slap you this stick, you should give him a left stick. In order, you create friendship. If me come and slap you, you can for me a right one, I've slapped you a left one, you create their friendship. It cannot bring conflicts. Like those who say that it creates revenge, I don't believe in you. 100% wrong. Because even there are some people who don't believe in revenge. Because revenge creates hatred. If you kill me, even if you're going to say I kill you, then what can be that can be hatred.
Thank you, Mr. Chapas. I would like to ask the current speaker. First, a big reference on maintaining the good morals in the family. Again, my second question. So you mean if we start secular education, we cannot get the knowledge on how to maintain good morals in the family?
Point of defense, I'd have to defend myself by saying that in Surah Al-Baqarah, there's that is respect your parents and do ihsan to them. If Quran can teach you how to respect your parents, the first thing is to respect your parents. To know Quran to know religious faith was the methods of education. Some people, those scientists, those who study technology was created from the main book which is Quran. Even those secular books that were created according to the main book of Quran. Even Dr. Lois Rinju, he referred his answer from the Quran. Even sexual education is teaching about morals, but it is studied from Quran. The person became 100%.
Sorry for what I had forgotten. Before we welcome the high school members, we shall first have the one or two among the honorables to conclude our motion. Your high welcome.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I've come here to conclude. I'm saying that even if we are studying about sexual education, we should remember that even Akhirah is there. Because Allah said that you have come here on the earth, but you will return back again to Him. It means how? Even though we think about sexual education, we should think about even Allah is there, our Creator. Because without Him, this universe is not there. So we should believe in Him and even if we maintain in this sexual education. Father, Salaam alaikum.
Let's welcome another honorable from the proposer side to conclude the motion.
Thank you very much. I'm here to conclude the motion that you have to know that even if you start religious education, but remember that Allah said in the Holy Quran that study, don't base much in God's side, but also base much in God's side, but don't forget dunya. You see, you have to search for your words. Even in the Quran, there's a certain verse talks about in the day of Friday, that play after play, go in the world and search for the risk, search for the income. Therefore, base in the religious education, but also don't forget your word. Thank you.
After all, we shall welcome the secretaries for the opposers, starting with the secretary from the mediators, then followed by the secretary for the affirmers. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allah is the most precious, the most merciful, the sustainer of the universe, the one who has enabled us to be at this moment. I thank him for everything and for the Prophet, peace be upon him, who brought to us Islam as the best way of life. I'm here to talk about the event which has been going on, which is a debate competition. Actually, it has been wonderful. I believe members have enjoyed, and all competitors were well prepared. Only that, but as you know, in every wrestle there must be a winner and a loser. I take this chance to congratulate everybody who participated. Really have shown the spirit of debate, which I have liked much. I have some few comments to put across on what has been going on. There were some few problems, especially about the stage. Some members have been out of their emotions. They use their personal emotions to defend or clarify some issues, which is not necessary. So, those who are concerned next time, please try to be normal, try to be sober, such that the debate can go well. Also, there have been some grammar mistakes, the language. Some members have got problems with the language. For example, some members said opinion, meaning the students of Prophet, peace be upon him, instead of saying companions. The students of the prophets were called companions, not opinions. So the one who did that mistake, it was just a language barrier, and next time try to be smarter than that. Then another thing, some member also said some peoples instead of people. The word people is the plural, it's singular is a person. So if you say people, there is no need to add peoples. That was one of the. And the person had a mistake in grammar where I said it clear instead of saying it clears. You know, the language has got its principles and norms. So when you are here, you have to be careful. You are being heard by everybody. But all in all, I thank everybody for participating well. I have liked it so much. About the judgment, actually I have been struggling much here. Almost everybody is the best. But with some slight mistakes, as I've told you, we are still filtering. Because everybody is good, we are filtering, and the final results will be announced later when the guest of honor, HM, will be present, and after we have finished compiling our data. Otherwise, I wish you all the best, and those who have not come in front, please next time try to be in front. We learn by mistakes, such that we can get our intended purpose. Before I finish up completely, I would like also to reflect about the motion. The motion has been somehow interesting, but all in all, we are Muslims. The Islam is the best way of life. Everybody knows that it has no option. This is just a debate. So those who were proposing that spiritual education is bringing high risk, actually it is not true. Spiritual education is the best way to go for our destiny. Only that because it has been a debate, we wanted to see whether our members are able to clarify about what they study. You know, debate means arguing about what you see, not what is actual sometimes. That's why some good sheikhs and hajatis were saying that spiritual education is highly risky. It is not true. This is just a debate. Everybody should know that. Even if you go there outside, you meet some people to challenge you about the belief. You have to be firm and defend yourself. It's a matter of clarification. A few examples, for example, if you talk about justice, Some proposers were saying that spiritual education brings injustice. It is not true, it is just a debate. Because religion brings everything to neutral. For example, when during the prayers, the president, for example, a president when he comes to the mosque and the houseboy of a certain poor man, if the houseboy comes in the front line, the president must be behind, cannot take him away because he's highly stated. He's having high status. Just religion does not teach that. Emphasizes justice. That is one. Secondly, religious education tells us that all humankind, we are created in different colors, tribes, and languages just for understanding one another. But the best before God is the one who does the best according to his guidelines. And finally, we see that equality during departure from the world. When you die, whether you're a president, whether you are a local person, whether you are lame, whether you are genius or fool, you end up equally in the soil. That is all. I wish you the best. Have a nice day. Eid Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ajabu na dira kamfuata, mengi mambo twajifunza, kwa vifo vilotufika, kazi hapa walifanya, nadhani sote tajua. Vifo vilotufika, tuyatende yalo mema, na kheri kukithirisha, turejee kwa Karima. Muda upo wa kutosha, tushukuru kwa neema, tuwezeni kurubisha, mengi mambo twajifunza, kwa vifo vilotufika, sote sisi Islamu, mauti ni njia yetu, funzo lililo muhimu, ni wazi vichwani mwetu, tuzifunge na saumu, tujaze mizani yetu, mengi mambo twajifunza, kwa vifo vilotufika. Ewe dada, ewe kaka, kwa Mola utarejea, ishi kichunga mipaka, Mola sije mkosea, jua siku tayoshuka, kwa Muumba elekea, mengi mambo vilotufika, pole pole, pole sana, sasa
Naomba wanafunzi tutulie. Mambo ndio yanaanza. Mambo ndio yanaanza. Mashaallah, mashaallah.
Naanza kutanguliza jina lake mweza, bismillahi ya kwanza yake nikaombea, aliumba samawati na yote ya mauti, aliumba hasanati
mdau akakuja kusimamia hapa watu wengine ameona ingawa kusalimia baada ya kusikia nje nataka tuwe salama na kama mmoja wa kuzungumza.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kama walivyosema hapa, ninaitwa Salim Abubakar, ni wakili wa kujitegemea na shughuli hizi nasimamia Dar es Salaam. Sasa kwa kuwa nyumbani ni huku sehemu ya Korora, ni vyema kuwa pamoja hivi nyumbani, na kwa sababu fika hapa shuleni kwa ajili ya kuwa kusema hapa na kusoma hapa. Pia yuko mdogo wangu Ashraf Abubakar na Swaibat Omar Sadiq tunaye kutoka mdogo wangu. Kwa ujumla hapa mimi nasema nyumbani. Wakati shule hii inaanza tulikuwa katika hizi alhamdulillah na kutoka. Sasa nataka kuambia nyinyi ambao sasa hivi sio kwamba lazima kubwa wengi sana ambao wanatamani kuwepo katika shule kama hii. Yaani ukikaa unaona kofia huku, ukiangalia huku unaona Shabir. Sisi hatupata bahati ya kusoma katika shule za namna hii, lakini nyinyi mmepata hiyo fursa. Naombeni sana mtumie fursa hii vizuri, ili Mwenyezi Mungu atujalie huko mbeleni tuweze kuwapata mawakili wazuri, madaktari wazuri, mainjinia wazuri, walimu wazuri, mapilot ambao hapa wanamjua vizuri. Wanatia kila heri, tokeni Mungu akipendeza, ili inapokuja mitihani ya mwisho waweze kufaulu ambao wametoka. Wanatia kila heri, nimefurahi kuwaona katika masomo haya. Tokeni Mungu awashie kila heri. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nishazama majini, simanini imeniteka, kikumbuka habatani roho yaniweweseka. Na shairi ubetini ukweli nitauweka, kuwapo mapito kati ya kugombana, shati ya Qur'ani pendelea kwa Mola takukomboa, kuwapoteza wawili pigo lisoelezeka, wanafunzi na walimu, ndugu na watoto pia, tujiepushe na haramu, tufanye kheri, sifanye kheri kwa ria, urembo uhendisamu, udongo nitaishia, kuwapoteza wawili pigo lisoelezeka, roho na isisimua, machozi naweza lia, kwani tuliwazoea na sasa metupotea, kila kona chungulia, taswira metowekea, kuwapoteza wawili pigo lisoelezeka, kurasa inafunikia, raisha nipotea, hatima nahitimia, siwezi kuendelea, ushira na malizia, jua nawe wapatia, kuwapoteza wawili pigo lisoelezeka. Assalamu alaikum. Duniani kuna mambo ndugu zangu nawaambia, yatudanganya mapambo, mali na vizazi pia, ni mabaya yetu mambo, tutaja kuangamia, moyoni tuna vidonda, miba imetuingia, yani choma misumanini, naumia moyoni, hali bado sio shwari, tunawaona ndotoni, Mola wetu ya Jalali, wapendwa hatuwaoni, moyoni tuna vidonda, miba imetuingia, tumeanza na Rajabu hadi Raha kafuatia, ni misiba ya ajabu ilotushangaza pia, tulipigwa giza bubu hilo tukutarajia, moyoni tuna vidonda, miba imeina habari, ndugu zangu nawaambia, tujandae na safari kalimalo tandalia, tufanye jema amani, peponi tutaingia, moyoni tuna vidonda, miba imetuingia, kifo hakina habari wakati ukifikia, ardhi ipo tayari, utabaki umetulia, yapaswa kutafakari, vipi inatufikia, moyoni tuna vidonda, miba
Tunashukuru sana kwa kiburudisho.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nikifikiri mauti moyo unijaa hofu, nifikiapo wakati binadamu huamka, haraka hupiga goti kumshukuru Raufu, na moyo hujaa hofu nikifikiria, kwani wameacha vitu vizuri vya kuvutia, hata baki mtu katu udongo tutalalia, na moyo hujaa hofu nikifikiri mauti. Waumini fanya utu, kaburini twasogea, tupate mitume wetu, kifo chatusogelea. Amali ndo kila kitu katika hii dunia, na moyo hujaa hofu nikifikiri mauti, nikifikiri mauti. Kumbukeni enyi watu, Mola atuangalia, usifanye kutukutu, kwa Mola utarejea. Watoto mali si kitu, yote tuvitabakia, na moyo hujaa hofu nikifikiri mauti. Hofu yangu pokelewa, peponi patakatifu, au nitakataliwa kuingia patukufu. Hapo ndipo nadhiriwa hadi kucheza mapafu, na moyo hujaa hofu nikifikiri mauti. Hatari ndugu zetu wapoa, leo tunashereheka Idi kwetu kufikia, japo tunasononeka, wenzetu kutangulia. Idi ilo na baraka, watu hufurahikia, japo tunatafakari, ndugu zetu wapo wapi? Mola aiweke heri hadi tutapomaliza, atuepushe na shari, tuweze kuimaliza. Waepushie ukali, kwani wewe ndo muweza, japo tunatafakari, ndugu zetu wapo wapi? Shairi limetufunza, kutokana na misiba jamii tumejifunza, maajabu ya misiba. Mmoja tu alianza, kwa yake Mola na saba, japo tunatafakari, ndugu zetu wapo wapi?
leo ninawakilisha Balqisi Muhammadi, ujumbe kufikisha, nyote mpo mashahidi, Mola ametufikisha, tumeweza pata Idi, japo tuna tafakari, ndugu zetu wapo wapi? Mwishoni nimefikia, ujumbe kufikisha, wote mlo nisikia, Mola ndiye kafundisha, Mola kusudia na kuweza kuondosha, japo tuna tafakari.
Shairi linaitwa Nyundo Mbili za Moyoni, linaimbwa na Mwalimu Majaliwa Abdul Umari, ukipenda muite Uwesu Ibn Bokote. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kwa jina lake karima, muisha wa maisha, kaweka yake hatima, tamatiki tamatisha, japo mwingi wa huruma, hilo linathibitisha, nyundo mbili za moyoni, zaja taathira gani? Nyundo mbili za moyoni, kitovu cha hizi beti, sononeko la mbonini na mzizimo kwa chati, zararu wa kisogoni kamjeledi wa nyati, nyundo mbili za moyoni, zacha taathira gani? Nyundo ya kwanza Rajabu, toto toka unyamboni, shababiliso na bubu, wala shumbiri kinywani, hakuwahi kuwa bubu, neno lake biriani, nyundo mbili za moyoni, zacha taathira gani? Alikuwa ni hodari uwanjani kwa madaha, dereva supa wa gari, Katoro na kwa faharuka wa fahari, kwa roja sio mzaha, nyundo mbili za moyoni, zacha taathira gani? Nyundo ya pili Adila, toto hilo shombe shombe, kifua kiso na hila, wala inda hata chembe, hakuyafanya madhila, ingawa kwa ncha ya wembe, nyundo mbili za moyoni, zacha taathira gani? Rangi kwake si kasidi, na kuhisi kigezo aling'oa na mizizi, nyundo mbili za moyoni zaacha taathira gani? Wote wameacha wana, ni wane kwa jozi, walitamani kipana kutimiza zao njozi, wamekwenda wakikuna jasho bila mahemezi, nyundo mbili za moyoni zaacha taathira gani? Kazi nao kazi ndo nyenzo yao ya damu, bila ajizi yoyote, bila yoyote ajizi, walijituma kwa hamu kupata yao malazi na ilo yao kaumu, nyundo mbili za moyoni zaacha taathira gani? Yakiwa bado makinda kwa rabuka yamerudi, yakiwa bado makinda kwa rabuka yamerudi, bila kujali matunda yalochuma kwa juhudi, mbele yao walidinda watoa roho kwa kedi, nyundo mbili za moyoni zaacha taathira gani? Ndiyo ada ya insani kufa halali kwa robaini kiwasili huna uni au ni wala ayali, nyundo mbili za moyoni zaacha taathira gani? Tureje kwa Mwenyezi, tusitie kinyenyezi, tutaonja kikunazi, macho kivaa kinyezi, tutakosa kidakuzi mbele ya Mola Mwenyezi, nyundo mbili za moyoni zaacha taathira gani? Asojua umauti kaburi linamtosha, akili nawe kanati, matendo kuja yakosha, nisifanane na kuti, jua likwisha kausha, nyundo mbili za moyoni zaacha taathira gani?
Najua watu wanajiuliza, huyu mwalimu wa jumla kuna mashairi wake na wapi? Lakini ndio hivyo, tunajaribu. Shairi hili linaitwa Nuru waangazie wadumu bustanini. Shairi linaitwa Nuru waangazie wadumu bustanini. Shairi hili linaandaliwa na mimi mwenyewe Nurdin Idrisa Zaidi Mwijage, na pia nitasoma kwenu na mimi mwenyewe. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kwa jina linaanzia mtukufu Rahmani, pia nawasalimia awape nyingi amani. Misiba ilotokea mengine na tunguzeni, waangazie kifo umetumbia ya ilahi ya manani, sote tunalitambua lazima kitufikeni. Dunia katupambia na ikatukumbazeni, waangazie yeyote kitapitia, tusichojua ni nini, wapi kitamkutia kilabu msikitini. Tuzidishe kutubia, mwisho mwema kuombeni, waangazie waliostahili. Wao wametangulia, kheri twawaombeni, nyoyo wamezistua, mitima kujeruhini. Stori zimesalia, tuliwapenda jamani, waangazie waliostahili. Rajabu alianzia, tukenda kumzikeni, Adila kahudhuria, sote tulimuoneni, kwa pamoja tukalia, Rajabu kutotokeni, waangazie waliostahili. Punde tukashuhudia Adila katuwageni, sote tuligutukia, hatukutarajieni. Simanzi zikaenea, machozi yakajaeni, waangazie sasa tunawajilia, toba twawaombeni, itakabali jalia, mwanga wamulikieni, wote walipokosea, furahi wasameheni, waangazie waliostahili. Misiri imebakia, anafatia ni nani? Vipi atamalizia safari kumalizeni? Muda unaposogea, umwitwa malizeni, waangazie waliostahili. Somo tumejipatia, muda kuzingatieni, kila mara kutupia, ni ada kutupaseni, mwisho mwema
sadaka kuongezea yote ya kukufaeni, sekunde kuzitumia akhera kuisakeni, waangazie bustani. Twapita hii dunia tuishi vyema jamani, vyema tunaopitia vizazi utafaeni, hatupaswi kulingia hapa tuko ugenini, nuru waangazie bustani. Hadi tamaa imefikia mikono na inueni, mbele sitoendelea, sheria yanifungeni, kabisa mejamia tukishe tuna imani,
kwa ajili ya kupata zawadi yake.
Kwa kweli tumshukuru sana mkuu wa shule, lakini pia niwaombe wanafunzi, kwa kuwa mkuu wa shule naona muda wote amekaa hapa kwa sababu ya programu hizi, na yeye alikuwa na shughuli nyingi. Sasa siku nyingine kwenye programu ndio kama bwana, kuna mambo mengi kwa sasa za yaunga mkono, jitokeze kusema washiriki wa mashindano ya Qur'ani, jitokeze. Na tulivyokubaliana kwamba jana kwamba kwa mfano wale wanaoshiriki vizuri, na maana mashindano yajayo hatuwezi kuwakubalia kushiriki vizuri isipokuwa shiriki ila kwa miaka mitatu na kuendelea. Tunaelewana? Kwa hiyo nafikiri bila kupoteza muda nimpe maiki mkuu wa shule ili aweze kukupa neno alafu na kufungia tutakuwa mwisho kwa leo. Asalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam ajma'in. Kwa haraka kwanza niwapongeze wote walioshiriki. Kila aliyeshiriki nimpongeze na niwapongeze walioshinda. Kwani kwenye kushindana lazima kutakuwa na mshindi. Lakini nitambue kwamba wale waliopata zawadi kwanza watambue kwamba kiamulaini zao zimefanya kazi. Yaani watambue kwamba ibada zao za Ramadhani si kazi ndio kupata 40 saa hizi. Kupata 30, kupata 10,000. Kwa hiyo kwanza wajiamini kwamba ibada zao wanazofanya Mungu aliyewapa sio sisi. Ni Allah ndiye amewakubalia katika ibada zao, wameomba. Na kama kuna mtu alikuwa na shida ya kitu fulani, Mungu amefanya nini? Ataenda kutekeleza saa hizi. Ambaye alikuwa na viatu atakwenda kununua viatu, ambaye alikuwa na uniform imechakata atakwenda kununua uniform nyingine, ambaye alikuwa na kitu kufanya chochote kitakachoweza kufanya. Kwa hiyo tuwashajiishe na wengine. Siku nyingine kuna watu walidharau wenda wakadhani wale ni mambo ya kawaida, ama wanasema tu zawadi hazitafanya nini, hazitakuwepo. Lakini nimeshuhudia hata wale walikuwa sitapata zawadi ambao walikuwa hajapanga, lakini hawaje kufanya nini, ndio zawadi. Tuna imani kwamba yamefanyika haya, yamefanikiwa ni kwa sababu ya dua zenu. Allah ndiye amewezesha haya yakafanikiwa. Kwa hiyo tuzidishe dua na tuzidishe kujituma, ili wakati mwingine washiriki wawe wengi zaidi, ili tuinue vipaji. Ushairi umeonyesha kama kuna watu wana vipaji. Mashindano ya ushairi peke yake yameonyesha kama kuna wanafunzi wana vipaji isipokuwa vimelala. Je, kama tungekuwa tumeanza tangu form 1 tunafanya hivi, watu wangekuwa mbali sana. Inawezekana mashairi yetu tukatengeneza ka kitabu kadogo baadaye. Tuongee na Mwalimu Majaliwa hapa, yale tuyacompile yote, tuyaweke vizuri yaliyokuwa na mapungufu yaliyokuwa nayo, tengeneza ka kitabu kadogo kwa kumbukumbu ya mashairi haya. Sawa sawa? Kwa hiyo lakini ili tuweze kupata taratibu. Kwa hiyo awamu ijayo tutatoa mada kabla ya Idi, ile Idi itakayo kama takuwa bado tuko likizo shuleni. Idi ya Dhul-Hajj. Ama tutaweka taratibu mwingine wakati wa kufunga mabati takavyokuwa, lakini mashindano ya ushairi yatakuwa ni ya Kiingereza. Mashairi yatakuwa ni kwa nini? Kwa Kiingereza. Sasa tuhamasishe watu kutunga mashairi kwa Kiingereza. Na tutatangaza zawadi, tutatangaza mada, tutatangaza nini ili watu washindani wapitokeze katika lugha ya Kiingereza. Kwa hiyo mashairi haya na mashindano haya yataendeleza na kuwali hivyo hivyo. Qur'ani, debate, yote haya ni kushajiisha kwamba siku ya Idi usio kwamba hakuna kitu cha kufanya chochote kile kama watu wanavyodhania. Lakini nyingine niombe idara ya dawa iwe inatangaza mambo yetu haya kwa watu nje. Na watu wanakwenda katika mambo ambayo yana maana na kupoteza muda bure. Kumbe ungekuwepo hapa wakafurahi kupata burudani na mambo kadha wa kadha. Kwa hiyo siku nyingine tuwaalike watu kwamba na sisi tuna nini? Tuna baraza la Idi. Ina mambo gani? Ili watu washiriki, watu wa nje. Tulikwenda kuangalia mambo ambayo hayaletei faida hata yoyote hilo la wafurahi na burudani. Na imani kwa haya machache niwashukuru walimu walioshiriki kusimamia zoezi hili mpaka mwisho. Kwa sababu nadhani shekhe msiwepo pale akitoka kule itakuwa sio sawa sawa, na walimu wazamu kutoka bila kupata maji ya kunywa kama sijawatendea nini, sijawatendea haki. Kwa hiyo na wenyewe galau wapate maji ya kunywa.